What's up, my people? So this isn't a whole lot of new news, but I am trying to catch up. Last week, well, I did get all my stuff. All the news has just started pouring out at the end of the week, and beginning of the week, I was real organized, and it just slowly faded away when the weekend started coming closer, and then all this news got posted on the 19th of January. So I'm just trying to catch up. But either way, this is a really good stuff. This is some really cool ass stuff for this game. Alright, so I was kind of skeptical about Accel World vs Sword Art Online. Millenium Twilight, I don't know, there's just things about it that seemed like it was too similar to Lost Song, you know what I mean? Just didn't seem like there was that much. I mean, I don't know, it was weird because I feel like there is, but then there isn't. The addition of Accel World really changes a lot, but then the combat stuff and the enemies, they still look the same. That's what was making me mad. But at the end of the day, it is the same area, so why would the enemies look the same? So it's weird. It's weird. But either way, it says this post from Gematsu details its latest characters, but I don't really care about that. What we really care about is the PvP aspect and 16-player multiplayer. What? That's pretty awesome. 16-player. Now, Sword Art Online Hollow Realization has 8. Yeah, I think it's 8 because it's. No, I think it. See, all right, I haven't even read this article, so we're gonna read it together. But I know that whatchamacallit, the other one, whatever the heck the one, it has I think 8, or that one has 16-player multiplayer, but the thing is, it's not actually 16 different people. I think it's only 4 people with teams of 4, something like that. I don't know if my math might be off, but whatever, you get the idea. It's not actually 16 people, so we'll have to see if this one is actually 16 players or if they're just saying that, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and read on. It says Bandai Namco has released new Accel World vs Sword Art Online Millennium Twilight information and screenshots detailing the game's latest characters. More differences between Sword Art Online and Accel World characters, player versus player, and 16-player multiplayer. Get the information below. Alright, so they announced Stria. See, I feel like these stuff, I already expected these characters to be in the game, you know what I mean? I feel like it's not that big of a surprise that these characters are in the game, but they just feel the need to tell us, whatever. So anyways, Stria somehow hopped over into the Lost Song era of the anime. Somehow she's here. Who knows? And we have Aqua, Current. I don't know any of these characters because they are Accel World and I never played or watched Accel World at all. Philia, Metatron. She looks cool. Got big boobs. Okay. Argo. Ardor Maiden. If you guys know who those people are, let me know because I have no idea. Oh, there's some screenshots right here. So I think those are all the people that they introduced to us, and then so now they tried to show us the differences between two characters. So Accel World characters can accelerate and high jump, and they have unique abilities. While Sword Art Online characters can take flight, use magic, change weapons. Very, very. Let's rewind for a quick second because that was kind of. I don't know. So this is weird, because if we base it off of how the world was in Lost Song, it was pretty damn wide open. I guess accelerate. Wow. When I think about it, this game could actually be pretty cool. Just interesting in the sense that it's just two different worlds with two different. I like how they did that, how they kept it so they kept their same abilities. They didn't just throw flying on them or anything. They can high jump and accelerate. They can probably, whenever they high jump, they can probably, when they're hitting or throwing out, attacking, they're probably stuck in the air. They fall real slow, I bet. Like I said, so Accel World characters excel at linear movement on the ground due to their acceleration, but by using a high jump, they can jump high altitudes in a straight line from the ground. This allows them to close in on flying monsters and fairies. So yeah, I feel like when you jump up, you can attack, and whenever you're attacking, you're falling down real slow, giving you time, making it seem like as if you float in a sense. So because it doesn't really make sense how if you pick the Sword Art Online character, it would be so easy for you to fly around and stuff, but then on the other one, you're stuck on the ground. they did a good job, because I feel like it also balanced it out in that sense. But see, this unique abilities, what's that about? Because Sword Online characters can change their weapons while you can't with Accel World characters. So it says, burst linkers each have a dual avatar that fight with enhanced armaments and special abilities. It is important to master each character's special ability, such as riding a vehicle or unleashing a special attack. So their movesets are going to be set, you know, unlike sword skills. For Sword Online characters, you'll have multiple sword skills, but for these people, you're going to have set abilities, I guess, and you won't change. Say, this weapon that this guy uses, I don't even know what that is, but basically you're not going to be able to change weapons, because they're not the traditional weapons. I bet that's why you can't change them, because what are you going to change it, you know what I mean? So whatever, I'm not too worried about that. But let's go ahead and get into this online player versus. So it says, compete your skills against other players using Accel World and Sword Online characters. The winner will receive a reward, acceleration, and flight. Master each to get the better of battle. Now, I don't know if they're saying that PvP is going to not allow flight or acceleration, which would make sense, so you can't run away the whole time, because it wasn't too much. It kind of was an issue in Lost Song PvP, but it wasn't over the top, you know. People didn't really do that. But that, I don't really get that. I don't really get what they're trying to say there, but either way. And it says adventure with up to 16 players. Up to 16 people can adventure together in town and during stages. Wow. Collect items and level up and overcome difficult obstacles with your friend. That is crazy. How are they going to fit 16 player multiplayer on the Vita? That's crazy. Something's not adding up here. That's pretty crazy. 16 players. Let that sink in. That sounds cool. You know, that sounds really cool. Oh my god. Hold up. Wow. I don't know why it's just really crazy to me in a sense. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's cool. You know, that's cool. So that's about everything we have for. Oh shoot! I just hit my mic. That's all the information we have so far for this new game coming out. It's gonna be coming out March. What did that say again? Shit. March 16th. March 16th. So I think I might import it and then give you guys these early gameplay stuff. With my dudes that Play Asia, I might just order that from them. I am a partner of Play Asia, if you didn't know. Use code JAM for $3 off. Anyways, that's all I gotta say for this video. If you guys did enjoy, let me know, and let me know what your thoughts on all this are, because that is some cool stuff. You know, they're really definitely adding in more. I like that though, because I was kind of scared that it was gonna be too similar to Lost Song. There wasn't gonna be much of a difference, you know, other than Accel World. That's all that is. But no, they're definitely doing some improvements, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what your thoughts are and everything on it. And other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Peace. You see, I'm waiting and they hating, and I'm sipping on my tea. Bad bitch walking past, may I stop you, please? And I'm hungry as a bitch, but this life ain't free. If I'm trying to get this money, I can't really shake a tree. I be working, it's a 3:15. When I stop